Get on your grind, shorty K.
I gave them something to believe in, you know they ain't believe it. Tried to show them the vision, they ain't zoom in to see it. Told them about these heights, they said it's too high to reach it. And that had me feeling like Mike, I told them you gotta beat it. See, it's diamonds in your soul, but you gotta dig a lot deeper. See, all of our minds been exposed, but I've been changing the frequency. Sending my prayers and affirmations, way, way past where them eagles be. What I learned in my returns is not all things you need to see. You gotta feel it, the negative talk, the negative thoughts, and you gotta kill it. I know that it's hard, and it leaves scars, and it ain't appealing, but you gotta heal it. There's lessons in every little layer, but you gotta peel it. Cause the best way to get some air is removing your ceiling. Look, trust me, I know cause I did it. Hit rock bottom, looked around like, damn, what the fuck I do with it? I remembered the levels and picked up my shovel and I started digging and digging and digging until I got dizzy. And trust me, the spirit been busy. I'm back and I'm paid and I'm busy. So feel like I'm acting the way that you get it. This is for back in the day when they just shit it. I gave them something to believe in, you know they ain't believe it. Tried to show them the vision, they ain't zoom in to see it. Told them about these heights, they said it's too high to reach it. And that had me feeling like Mike, I told them you gotta beat it.
Yeah, Zersky, peace, love, and light is the God, Lord Christopher, the living survival manual, and I'm back with another download straight from the cosmos. Remember, someone has to see your greatness. Why not start with yourself? Stay blessed, always finesse. Definitely trust the Most High's process, the truest keys to success. Hey, listen, man. First of all, I want to apologize for not putting out a video the other day. I was attending a big, very, very, very special event. Shout out to Ross and Lex Rossi. You know, they are expecting to have a beautiful, beautiful baby boy coming soon this month. And, you know, I attended the baby shower and it was just a wonderful experience. So, you know, I just wanted to take the time to just fully focus on that. You know, I usually record these videos in the morning and things of that nature so that I can constantly get content out. But yesterday was kind of, you know, a hectic day. Trying to ensure that, you know, I was there on time, which I wasn't. But we ended up, you know, me and the wife ended up being able to enjoy that experience with them. So if you guys are listening, I love y'all, man. I appreciate y'all for inviting us and allowing us to share that moment with you. This is, you know, a beautiful time in both of you guys' lives. And, you know, I'm just, you know, so very thankful and happy to, you know, see my brother still here, you know, so that he can enjoy his wife and his soon to be junior little poppy. You feel me? AJ Andres Jr. You know, it was a wonderful experience. So again, I love y'all. Appreciate y'all. And to everybody that has constantly been tapping into the podcast, I appreciate you as well. You guys definitely continue to motivate me and encourage me to be the best version of myself each and every day. So again, you know, words can't express or explain how much, you know, it helps me to keep going and keep pushing, and, you know, overall become the greatest version of myself. So without further ado, you know, we're going to go ahead and get straight into the podcast and, you know, get this education going. All right. So the vibes here at SYG Studios are to motivate, educate, and enlighten our people to see their greatness by investing in themselves, right? Everything is high level, what we think, what we say, how we feel, and how we act. But before we even get into the energy, take the time to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. The support is much appreciated. We love engagement over here and understand that a village pushes the trend, not just one individual. Also, if you can, take the time to visit the link. You feel me? What that allows you to do, it allows you to join the See Your Greatness community on all social platforms. You can also sign up for the email and SMS text list so that you can be updated on new episodes, new content, and things of that nature. Our aim is to not only grow the brand, the legacy, but build and reach at least 500K individuals who want, need, and are seeking the knowledge to live a more abundant life. I know it's a big number, but, you know, over here we see our greatness and we set expectations high, so it gives us something to work towards every single day. Now, with all the information being provided, I do want to send out a quick disclaimer. Family, please take the time to do your own research, okay? It's very, very vital. My content is intended to be used for motivational purposes only. Always do your own analysis based on your own current circumstances. Now, this is my favorite part. We're going to step into our God body energy, right? And how we do that is first we inhale peace so that we can, you know, get to the root of everything that is transpiring in us, and allow peace to go ahead and fix that within us. And then when we exhale the negativity so that we can receive new growth, new energy, and ultimately we end up seeing our greatness, right? So let's go ahead and step into our God body energy together. All right, let's go ahead and inhale peace. Exhale growth. Now see your greatness. All right. Here's what we are learning and tapping into today. Today is episode 40 of the See Your Greatness podcast. And today I wanted to talk about leveling up your mental toughness. I really want to talk about this, and I actually have a book that speaks on that. And we're gonna go, dive into that today. Read a few pages, maybe a chapter or so, but I feel like this was very, very important to talk about, not only to help myself build up that mental toughness, but just engaging with a lot of individuals, whether in my community, colleagues, friends, family. As we are transitioning into a new season, remember, this is, the season that we're in, the season of transition, September, making a change. A lot of people have been experiencing so many trials and tribulations that has affected their spirit, affected them mentally, even physically, right? And we have to figure out different ways and forms of you know or steps that help us get to that point of building that mental toughness, being able to control ourselves in certain situations, being able to understand what is truly going on, whether it's our thoughts, our emotions, and work towards bringing and centering ourselves so that we can move in the world within ourselves spiritually, also effectively and efficiently. Everything starts with our mental, our mind, our conscious mind, our subconscious mind, and that then manifest things in our lives. So it's important, family, that we build mental toughness so that we can overcome any battle or any obstacles in each and every season that we are in. So again, being that this is September, the season of transition and making a change, there's a shift. That people have been shifting, and the shift isn't always comfortable, right? Sometimes it gets very, very uncomfortable, resulting in a lot of stress, a lot of pain, a lot of agony, a lot of hurt, right? But what matters is how you respond, not react, because reaction is doing things without thinking. Responding is, thinking, going through a process, a system, mentally first before you perform or act out. So today, you feel me? Without further ado, we're gonna just hop into talking about mental toughness and how we can build that up. So I want to go to this book. This is a book that I actually found in Five and Below, and I was skimming through it, and it has some really, really dope gems. It's 100 plus exercises to boost your resilience, determination, and grit. Level Up Your Mental Toughness Boot Camp by Michelle Ribeiro. And I feel like this is, just a dope, not only read, however, it gives you, again, good tips and strategies on how to build your mental toughness, and also explains what mental toughness is. It's about let me see how many chapters. It's 11 chapters, about 250 pages, and I feel like it would be something that we can start actually reading through, throughout different podcasts and podcast episodes and things of that nature, to help us can stay resilient, build that grit so that we can continue to work towards our goals, objectives, and our strongest desires, right? So yeah, let's go ahead and get into the read. First we're gonna start with the introduction, and I'm gonna just go with it, however it flows, however it goes. That's what we're gonna take from it, all right? And I hope, and I know actually, and I know you'll enjoy this because again, I've been talking to a lot of you all, and this is something that we have all been battling with. So, you know, we can have faith that we can fight through all of it, but we have to put action in it. And remember, faith without works is dead. So let's put this work in, and I believe this book will teach us how to put that work in so we can level up our mental toughness through this season. So let's get into the introduction, and we're gonna move forward. Introduction. Wishing you could bounce back from difficult situations faster, looking for more confidence in your abilities, longing to banish self doubt and finally go after the things you want. You have the capacity to achieve all of this and more. You just need to level up your mental toughness. Mental toughness is what determines how you pressures and challenges of life. Whatever comes your way, it enables you to weather the storm and come out of the other side victorious. You may think the amount of mental toughness you have is predetermined, but it's not. It is a skill, family. And just like every other skill, it can be learned and strengthened or leveled up. And that's a fact, man. Like when you're building up your mind, it's a process. I was talking to a few of my family members the other day, and they were stating to me like that's a part of life that they really, do not desire. It's a part of life that they dread, and that's the process. Versus me, I love the process. I love, going through it. I love figuring out, how to work through certain situations, especially mentally. My whole life, I've been that way. I'll have my moment, but I realize that these emotions and these feelings and these thoughts, they're temporary. And how I respond, again, not react, how I respond in these situations is what's going to determine how my life is um projected from here, right, wherever state that I'm in the same way you'd improve your physique by hitting the gym and cutting out junk food. Developing inner strength requires that you cultivate good practices of mind while eliminating bad practices. And I can definitely relate to that because I'm gonna be transparent. I used to, blow the tree down a lot. You feel me? I used to drink as well, but I wasn't very like a heavy drinker. I was like a social drinker. Um, However, as I continue to, grow stronger in my mind, grow stronger in my body, grow stronger in my spirit, I realize like, some of these things that we do are coping mechanisms. It assists with, I guess, quote unquote, relieving some type of stress. However, when you consume too much of anything, it consumes you, right? So, we're smoking the Mary Jane, the marijuana. It does have its benefits, but a lot of people never like to talk about the negative parts of it. You feel me? Like I like to correlate it to this, right? If you walk outside and you see that it's foggy outside, right? And within the world, it's hard for you to see clearly. It's hard for you to focus on the road. You got to put your blinkers on and things of that nature. You got to watch out for other individuals who, may be within the traffic, pushing their brakes. Like it's hard for you to see, vehicles and things of that nature in front of you. Well, I equated that to me smoking, right? If I'm smoking every single day or every other day, however, it's like over time that's clouding up my mind. That's clouding up my ability to be able to focus. Yes, sometimes it produces, a lot of creative imagination. However, what about the days when I'm feeling sluggish? What about the days when I'm feeling lazy? What about the days when I'm forgetting things, right? These are things that people do not discuss when you're partaking in these extracurricular activities. There's a yin and a yang. There's a good and a bad to it. There are always opposite ends of the pendulum. So I had to do a self-assessment and understand that if I'm trying to build my mind, if I'm trying to build my body, if I'm trying to build my spirit, there are distractions that I need to release out of my life so that I can grow, so I can become better, right? And I feel like that's just very important. Like you need to do a self-assessment of things that are, hindering your growth. Let's be real. And that was something that was hindering my growth, and not essentially getting me to that next level that I know I need to be at. So I decided to take 30 to 90 days, no substances. You feel me? No weed, no drinking, anything. Just my water, my juice, my fruits, eating good, working out, reading, just occupying my time with other outlets other than that. Where were we? In the same way you'd improve your physique by hitting the gym and cutting out junk food, developing inner strength requires that you cultivate good practices of mind while eliminating bad practices. You hold the power to renovate your internal landscape and level up. You'll claim that power and cultivate your toughest self. The 120 activities that follow will help you build on your existing level of mental toughness, eliminating any obstacles in your way and tapping into your full gritty potential. Here's what you'll do. You'll build your emotional vocabulary. You'll make friendships with accountability. You'll uncover your emotional blind spots. You'll design an environment that promotes success. You'll hone your impulse control and so much more. But before jumping into these exercises, you'll take a closer look at your mental toughness. From the different elements that make up a mentally tough person to the importance of habits and how to create good ones that aid in your success. You'll also discover tips for making the most of each activity that follows, as well as what you may want to have on hand. Think of this book as your mental boot camp for making your mind stronger and more agile. And remember, the more you commit to these exercises, the greater transformation you will experience. It's time to create lasting change in your life. Get ready to level up. Yeah, man. So I'm ready to level up myself, and I felt like not only am I reading and providing these tips from this book for you all, but this is also me speaking to me too. So in all of these episodes that I do, I'm speaking to myself as well because it helps build me up. It helps make me better. It helps me make me a better educator, a teacher. And I'm also want to show that even teachers have to continue learning in order to be able to be of value for the student. So um with that being said, man, I'm constantly learning every day, and I'm constantly building every day to become the best version of myself so that I can have all the tools and resources at my disposal to assist you all with becoming the greatest versions of yourself as well. So yeah, let's get into chapter 1. Chapter 1 is, what is mental toughness? Mental toughness is defined as the capacity to deal effectively with stressors, pressures, and challenges to perform to the best of your abilities. Regardless of the circumstances in which you may find yourself, possessing this trait means that you are confident in who you are and have the inner strength to face down and rebound from whatever situations are thrown at you. Often the term is used synonymously with grit or resilience, and though related, they are each distinct concepts. Mental toughness encompasses these concepts and more. In this chapter, you will prepare to take your own mental toughness to the next level by first exploring each of these different concepts in more detail. You'll then learn more about why a solid foundation of inner strength is crucial to happiness and success, and that's facts. After assessing your current level of mental toughness, you'll uncover the power of habits and goals in advancing to a higher level, and that's what we're all about. Finally, you'll find tips and suggestions for making the most of out of each exercise in this book, so you are ready to become someone who not only survives but thrives. And that's key. A lot of us have been surviving, but not a lot of us have been thriving in our life. I know I can speak for myself. Like, that's just, the mentality that was embedded in me growing up. Like, survival, survival, survival. You got to survive. But nobody was teaching you how to thrive in these situations. Someone who lives up to their full potential. Let's dive in. All right. Characteristics of mentally tough people. Bethany Hamilton, George Foreman, Lady Gaga, and David Goggins, that's my guy, are exemplary models of mental toughness. What do they have in common? One is emotional resiliency. They know that emotional reactions predicate behavior, and they always try to maintain a balance between emotions and logic. They are in control of their emotions, not the other way around. And that's a lot of us need to be that, especially when it says the balance between emotions and logic. We understand that the feminine energy is emotions, the masculine energy is logic, and we both have those or possess those energies. So when it comes to, understanding life, understanding your mental toughness, balance is the key. God placed men and women to show you that representation, that when one is in balance, that creates the whole. That creates positivity, that creates balance, that creates another seed to go on to be able to teach that exact same story to theirs. Like, it's supposed to be a generational thing of us learning from one another, male and female, and creating that balance and being able to build up our emotional resiliency. Grit. They are passionate and conscientious about their work and have a strong why behind everything they do. This makes it easier for them to stick to it for the long haul. Having a strong why, or that strong desire behind your action, is very key. Without a strong desire, without a plan, you're just, moving out here in the world with no purpose, right? You're just going with the flow day by day, letting the river take you wherever it wants to go. You feel me? One of these days you're gonna end up at a waterfall, and you're gonna have to figure out how, to maneuver in that situation. Don't wait to get into that situation to try to then, become better. I mean, some people may have to experience, that downfall or that waterfall for them to understand, like, yo, I need to wake up. I need to really get busy and do what I need to do. I've been through that. I've been a person who would wait to the last minute to try to figure something out, and in return, that situation ends up becoming worse. And I honestly don't recommend that for anybody. Make a plan, follow the plan, and get to it. Patience and self-control. They work persistently toward their long-term goals and view success as a marathon, not a sprint. Take your time, y'all. They know that mastery takes time. Look, see, I just said it. They know that mastery takes time and practice, and they have the self-control to choose progress over distractions and immediate gratification. Everybody wants immediate gratification, man. And it's I blame, Instagram and all these likes and commenting and things of that nature. Like, when I was growing up, like, I didn't have a phone until high school. So, like, my form of fun and entertainment was going outside. You know what I'm saying? Like, playing in the grass, actually being a kid, playing football in the street, like doing things that were, that were fun and not so draining. Like, these devices can get very draining. They can implant something in your mind or your being, making you feel like you're one way when you're actually not, putting on a facade. Like, it's ridiculous nowadays. So that instant gratification piece, man, we as people need to work on that. Nothing comes instant. Like, we weren't even born instantly. Like, it took 9 months for us to develop. You feel me? So yeah, man, go through the process. Motivation. Number 4, they have an unwavering commitment to their goals. They know success takes more than a desire for change. It takes constant practice. Optimism. They face fear and discomfort again and again, all while maintaining a positive mindset. They are able to find the silver lining. They are able to find the silver linings in even the darkest clouds. Number 6, stress management. They have a strong handle on their stress levels during difficult situations, keeping calm in order to make quick decisions and do what needs to be done. I'm gonna compare that to my guy, Robert McCall, Denzel in The Equalizer. And in the movies, when he's about to, get busy, everything slows down, right? He weighs out his options. He's very calculated and detailed on how long it's going to take for him to be able to handle his business, right? So Learning how to handle yourself in stressful environments and stressful situations is key, because you do not want to make the wrong impulsive decision that is going to create more and more, or compound more and more issues on top of your life. Number 7, confidence. They are confident in their abilities and don't let self-doubt get in the way of going after what they want. Okay. Number 8, self-awareness. This is key. They have a deep understanding of their needs, values, and goals. This understanding is what guides them in their pursuit of success. The ability to embrace failure. They don't shy away from calculated risk because they're not afraid to fail. They see failure as an opportunity for growth, attentional focus. They focus on their goals and priorities, making a continual commitment to what is important to them. These are the skills that create true inner strength and every great thing that comes along with it. And they are what you will be building in the exercises later in this book. Of course, you don't have to look to the world stage to see examples of mental toughness. You need to only look around at the people in your life who have been through hardship but continue to persevere and maintain optimism. Like your boy. You feel me? They trust their ability to bounce back from adversity even stronger than before, and they may even welcome the challenge. And I do. I really do. All right. Benefits of being mentally tough. Now they're going to go into the benefits. So, what can you expect to gain from befriending discomfort, putting unconventional effort into your life, or embracing failure? The benefits of toughening up mentally can manifest in many different areas, from your career path to your personal relationships to your health. Main benefits you can expect are self-improvement, stronger connections with others, enhanced performance in both professional and personal realms, and increased resiliency. Let's go through let's go ahead and go through those actually. So they start off with self-improvement. Self-improvement. By leveling up your mental toughness, you'll nurture an unshakable belief in your abilities and the confidence needed to shrug off criticism and move beyond your current situation toward the life of your dreams. You'll uncover new perspectives on outdated beliefs that are holding you back from the life you want to live. For example, moving from a self-critical fixed mindset of I can't change who I am, failure is weakness, and should be avoided at all costs. And you should move to a self-assured growth mindset of I am capable and open to learning. Mistakes are an essential part of long-term development. Stronger connections. The benefits of mental toughness will also manifest in your relationships with others. An outward attitude of positivity, patience, and reliability is always appreciated and often reciprocated. People will be motivated to treat you with the same kindness and respect that you are extending to them. Additionally, the emotion regulation skills that you build as you increase your mental toughness can improve your communication, helping you to control and better express strong emotions such as anger that often get in the way of effective conversations. Ain't like when people are angry, bro, it's like, especially if they're talking to me, that shit goes in one ear out the other. And the reason I do that, because I know myself, I hate getting to a point to where I gotta turn up. It's like, for what? Why can't we handle this in a civilized and structured manner? What's up with all the yelling? What's up with all the arguing? What's up with all the, back and forth? Like, we can build a strong connection. We can understand each other without that. Let's stay positive. You feel what I'm saying? And understand that, like, we're gonna have situations to where we might not agree on things. However, we can figure it out to come up with a solution. But all that, yeah, I ain't got time for that. Next, enhanced performance. One of the greatest benefits of toughness is the advantage it yields in attaining success. Until recently, research and interest in this area has tended to focus on elite athletes. Nowadays, mental toughness is seen as a key component in achieving peak performance and success in all areas of life. It becomes a highly sought after attribute in business, academic, social, and personal settings. No matter what realm No matter what realm you're looking to improve in, mental toughness will help you to focus in a distracting world, perform under pressure, and face obstacles calmly so that you can get things done and done well. Right? Not just done, but get them done well. If you're in a leadership role, whether as an employer, in a club, or a sports team, mental toughness will equip you with the awareness and drive you need. Okay, I'm sorry. Mental toughness will equip you with the awareness and drive you need to motivate others and help them achieve their own goals. If you're an entrepreneur, it will encourage you to embrace fear, understanding failure as potential for growth. And if your current idea of success is to be in the best physical shape of your life, enhanced performance will come in the form of greater determination, consistency with workouts, and more. Increased resilience. Perhaps the greatest benefit of leveling up your mental toughness is the resiliency that is built along with it. The ability to handle the stresses, disappointments, and surprises of daily life more effectively and calmly, right? Instead of getting stuck on these things that are outside of your control, this inner strength nurtures a focus on what you can control. You bounce back from the unexpected and upsetting more quickly, accepting that there is nothing to be gained from dwelling on what has happened or what may happen in the future. All you can do is act with intention to learn and grow from the experience. Now let's go ahead to assessing your mental toughness. Now that you have a deeper understanding of mental toughness, it's time to figure out where you can currently stand on this scale. Self reflection is an important aspect of personal development because it provides valuable feedback that you can work with. When was the last time you stopped to reflect on your strengths and weaknesses? I do that every day. I'm not going to lie. On what areas of your life are you thriving and which could you use improvement? The aim of assessment is to increase your self awareness, a key part of mental toughness in itself, and help you determine where you should be concentrating your efforts as you continue through the rest of this chapter and the exercises in this book. Be honest with yourself, but remain positive. No matter where you currently are on the scale of mental toughness, keep in mind that this is just the beginning of your journey. Greater inner strength is waiting for you around the corner. As psychotherapist and father of the self-esteem movement, Nathaniel Braden once said, the first step toward change is awareness. The second step, acceptance. Self-assessment. One way you can evaluate your current level of mental toughness is through a self-assessment. I say this every single time. You have to be self-aware. You have to do an assessment to figure you out first before you go out here and tackle the world. Because if you're not good and your cup is empty, how are you going to get out here in the world and help fill other people's cups? It just doesn't work. It's counterproductive. So always do a self-assessment, family. To complete this assessment, take some time to answer the following questions. Consider keeping track of your answers in a notebook. So that means y'all need to get a notebook, all right? Now, this is for emotional resilience. These are questions. How quickly do you bounce back from setbacks and failures? How quickly do you bounce back from setbacks and failures? Do you have strategies to boost your mood when you're down? Do you have strategies to boost your mood when you're down? Next, the question is for grit. Do you give up quickly or stick to things no matter what? Do you give up quickly or stick to things no matter what? Next, are you enthusiastic about the task you have to do? Are you enthusiastic about the task that you have to do? Patience and self-control questions. Do you have clear boundaries with yourself and with others? Do you have clear boundaries with yourself and with others? How do you handle boredom? Is the next question. How do you handle boredom? Goals and motivation. Do you have a clear vision of your future? Do you have a clear vision of your future? And I'm saying this twice so that you guys can get it. Are you on track to where you want to be in terms of your personal and professional development? Again, are you on track to where you want to be in terms of your personal and professional development? Next is optimism. Do you need to focus on the possible negative outcomes or the possible positive outcomes of a situation? Do you need to focus on the possible negative outcomes or the possible positive outcomes of a situation? Is your self-talk generally positive or negative? Again, is your self-talk generally positive or negative? Stress questions. Can you keep calm and composed under pressure? Again, can you keep calm and composed under pressure? Do you have strategies for dealing with stressful situations? Again, do you have strategies for dealing with stressful situations? And then we got 1, 2, 3, 4 more. Self-confidence. How confident are you in your own abilities? How confident are you in your own abilities? Are you able to initiate difficult conversations? Are you able to initiate difficult conversations? Self-awareness. What are your greatest strengths and weaknesses? Your best and worst habits. What are your greatest strengths and weaknesses? Your best and worst habits. Do you know how others would answer these questions about you? Again, do you know how others would answer these questions about you? Last two, we got failure questions. Do you feel more motivated or less motivated after experiencing a failure? Do you feel more motivated or less motivated after experiencing a failure? How do you handle rejection? How do you handle rejection? Last but not least, intentional focus. Can you focus on what's important and block out all distractions? Can you focus on what's important and block out all distractions? Last but not least, can you remain in control despite unexpected, uncontrollable events? Can you remain in control despite unexpected, uncontrollable events? Those questions are very key. So take the time to journal those in and, answer the questions. If you would like, leave a like, comment, share, you know what I'm saying? Let me know how y'all are feeling. I need to know. If you can answer these questions honestly, you should have a better idea of which chapters you'll want to focus on most to strengthen your mental toughness. Keep in mind that there may be some overlap with these questions as the themes do not connect to one another. All right, then they have a formal assessment. For a more formal appraisal of your mental toughness, you can complete an assessment online. The most widely recognized and accredited are the MTQ assessments developed by Peter Clough and Doug Strawcharzik. Their original assessment, called the MTQ 48, was created to meet the needs of senior managers who wanted to understand why some people could handle stressors, pressure, and challenges well while others couldn't, and how to improve this ability. It's a 48-item questionnaire that takes just 10 minutes to complete. A few variations of the MTQ 48 assessment include MTQ Lite, MTQ 4Cs, and MTQ Plus. All are readily available online. These global recognized psychometric tools measure what are referred to as the 4 C's of mental toughness. Number 1, control. Number 2, commitment. Number 3, challenge. And number 4, confidence. The 4 C's represent your inner strength and outer orientation. Within these MTQ assessments, measure 8 subscales. Number 1 is life control scale, the extent to which you believe you are in control of your life and circumstances. Number 2 of the subscales, emotional control. It's a control scale as well. the extent to which you can control your anxieties and emotions, and how likely you are to reveal your emotional states to others. Number 3 is goal orientation, which is a commitment scale. The extent to which you are able to effectively set goals and targets. Number 4 is achievement orientation. The extent to which you are reliable to deliver on your commitments. Number 5 is risk orientation, challenge scale. The extent to which you are open to change and new experiences. Number 7 is also a confidence scale, confidence in abilities, a measure of self belief, the extent to which you believe you have the ability to perform productively and efficiently. Last but not least, we have interpersonal confidence, which is confidence scale, the extent to which you have the ability to influence others. The control and commitment scales together represent the resilience part of the mental toughness definition, the ability to bounce back from setbacks and failures. The challenge and confidence scales together represent the confidence part of mental toughness definition, the ability to spot and seize an opportunity. If you decide to take one of these formal assessments, be sure to record your results. Use the results to set your mental toughness goals and pinpoint which exercise chapters you may want to focus on in order to achieve these goals. Now, this is really good. This is really good. All right, we're gonna read this and then we're gonna stop after this page. Using habits to build mental toughness. Being born mentally tough would be ideal, but most people just aren't. For the majority, the way to develop this vital trait lies in habits. If you don't quite understand the science of how habits work, this might be the most important step you take toward leveling up. Mental toughness is like a muscle. It's built incrementally through daily actions. And habits are the small actions and decisions you make every single day, the behaviors you repeat routinely. These routine behaviors include the thoughts that you think, emotions you experience, words you use, and so on. Most of these habits are so ingrained in your life because you've done them over and over throughout years that they tend to occur subconsciously as a default response. They don't require thought, they just happen naturally. Habits are said to account for about 40% of your behavior each day. That means that almost half the time you're basically living on autopilot. When you're trying to build your mental toughness muscle, autopilot is not an option. It will take deliberate and persistent effort to develop the attributes of mental toughness, and you'll have to alter some of your current patterns of behavior. When you break habits, good habits become more effective. The toughest people and the most successful people have good mental habits. They habitually use their time wisely, challenge themselves, and regulate their emotions. They habitually look for the silver lining and take calculated risks. They habitually set goals and work hard to achieve their objectives. They are habitual optimists. While it's great to strive for some future target, it's the sum of your daily habits that will ultimately help you get there. That was dope. That was tough. That was tough. That was a good read. We're gonna call that part one of level up your mental toughness. We're gonna call that part one. Next, we're gonna come back and go over a few how to get into a good habit, understanding what habit is, the different cues of the habit loop, forming new habits, starting with an existing habit, starting with micro habits, focus on building one habit at a time, breaking bad habits, and so on and so forth. Yeah, man, I thought that was a dope read. That was a dope read. That's something that I do want to do every so often, read a few books that help educate us on, how we can again step into our greatness, enlighten ourselves, and become the best versions of ourselves. And what better way to do that than to, learn how to seek new ways to do that. And again, you can cop this book at $5 and below, man. I'm sure you can probably order it off Amazon, things of that nature. Literally was $5, but it has so much good knowledge in here. So again, shout out to Michelle Ribeiro for that book, and it's gonna help us get through these episodes ever so often as well. Today, that's honestly, something that I only wanted to talk about. We have our other segments, and we're gonna go into those. But as far as like new upgrades, no new upgrades today. No new upgrades today. This is the new upgrade. I'm telling you to go cop this book. Go cop this book. Read through it a little bit. Let me know what you get from it, and let's build from there, family, and go from there. So with that being said, we're gonna go ahead and jump into TPQ. This is day 30, I believe, of 100 days of thought-provoking questions. Yes, this is day 30 of 100 days of thought-provoking questions, where I asked the 1% about different strategies, tools, and resources that they use to be where they are, how they got what they were, and how they utilize those exact same tools to give back to others so that they can be in the exact same position. I choose to do this by asking thought-provoking questions. So day 30, 100 days of thought-provoking questions. We have, how do you manage time effectively to avoid burnout? How do you manage time effectively to avoid burnout? Well, one of the ways that I attempt to manage my time is through setting a timer. There was one thing that I had picked up when I was, just trying to figure out how to, keep from burning out. Somebody had told me that, being that I'm a person that like I have to do a lot of different things, and in my doing a lot, I can have the TV on, I can be playing the game, I could be typing an essay, I could be, developing something for my website. I can be doing a lot of different things, but that leads to burnout, right? I'm doing too much, right? So what I ended up doing, I ended up taking my phone and just setting like a 15 to 20-minute timer. And basically, after these timers go off, I give myself a break. I go outside, I walk the dog, I sun gaze, I ground, probably go eat lunch. Just step away from the work that you're doing, because I know they like to teach about this grind culture, but they don't teach you how grinding over and over and over and over and over and over throughout these days, you are breaking yourself down. You're breaking yourself down mentally. You're breaking yourself down physically. You're breaking yourself down spiritually. Like, it's been many of nights to where, I'm sitting up here trying to do so much, and then the next day I'm no good. Waking up at 12 o'clock in the, in the afternoon, trying to get my day started. Well, the day's over. The day's over. So, not only that, just listening to constructive criticism from my wife. She's a very structured, organized person. She, 9 o'clock hits, she's in the bed. It doesn't matter where she is. If we can be all the way in Australia, she's gonna find a bed to sleep in. You feel me? She does not play with her schedule, and from that, I see that she performs at a high level. And I've, picked up some of those traits ever so often. Sometimes I still find myself relapsing into, not going to bed till 11, 12 o'clock at night. However, I try to be more mindful of that, just taking a break, stepping away from things. If there's something like I need to record, like a video or something like this, I do it earlier so that I'm not up editing late at night. Yeah, man, I feel like those are just the things that I do to prevent burnout. So how do you manage your time effectively, family, to avoid burnout? I love to hear that. All right. And last but not least, we got words of wisdom. Let's go ahead and get some words of wisdom right quick. And we're out of here, fam. We're out of here. I hope y'all enjoyed this one today. My energy's a little low today. I'm not even gonna hold you. However, we gotta get through this. I need to go eat some food. And get back right. So words of wisdom of today is: success is not final. Failure is not fatal. It is the courage to continue that counts. Again, Success is not final. Failure is not fatal. It is the courage to continue that counts. And that's by Winston Churchill. So again, man, that's episode 40. We almost, we're 10 away from 50. You feel a 50 ball? I might do a giveaway at 50. We'll see. We'll see. But that was episode 40 of the See Your Greatness podcast. Level up your mental fitness. Level up your mental toughness, part 1. That was day 30 of 100 days of thought-provoking questions. We're just gonna keep this stuff rolling, man. We're gonna keep it going, keep it flowing. Again, y'all let me know as well what topics you would like to discuss, talk about. To my educators, to my entertainers out there as well. If you'd like to come on the platform and share your story or to educate the people as well, don't hesitate to reach out, shoot me an email, shoot me a DM, and we can talk about getting you on the channel as well. But with all that, man, I appreciate y'all. I love y'all. Y'all continue to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Let's get this video to like 10 likes. Share it to like 5 or 10 of your friends. Let's keep staying in the algorithm. Follow me on the YouTube, Spotify, Apple, Google, wherever you listen to podcasting. I'm up there. You heard? So with that being said, remember, someone has to see your greatness. Why not start with yourself? Stay blessed. Always finesse. Definitely trust the Most High's process. The truest keys to success. Peace. Love y'all.